Hi everybody, it's Tina Plackinger. Thanks for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. Well actually, okay, how can I? January 1st, it'll be 3 years that I've been doing Treading on Serpents. I wrote this book. It's a daily devotional called Treading on Serpents, and it's directed to help those who are targeted, who are bullied, who are gang-stalked and harassed. It's available everywhere. You can go to my website. You can get it on Amazon. The hardcover on Amazon is quite pricey, though. But if you go to my website and then go to the publisher, that's the best price. So, I was going to read December 1st for you because it's been a while since I read out of this book. But I can't read with the light on. And by the way, I want to thank Bell for sending me my ring light stand. I really appreciate it a whole bunch. I've gotten all of your cards. I've had people on my channel that have donated to me. Even though I don't have a PayPal account for donations or anything, they found a way to send me money. And I want to thank you all for just everything. Gee, Harold, it sounds like she's saying goodbye. Well, I actually am. January 1st is going to be 3 years. And I remember New Year's Eve, I was in Chicago at my mom's house, and the book was published, and my mom was going out for her birthday, and she invited me to go with her, and I thought, no, I'm going to go in the basement, and I'm going to make a studio down there, and tomorrow, being January 1st, I'm going to start reading Treading on Serpents. And if you go back to some of my early readings, all I could do was open the book and read. I hadn't talked for a really long time because of the isolation. Having my channel has helped me be able to speak again, to have my brain work where I respond and then verbally respond and then listen. And you know what I mean? That cognitive thing that goes on when you are talking with people. I had lost that along the way by being in total and utter silence and isolation. The first person I met was Sergeant Scott Sapanek, who, if it weren't for the enemy, we would be friends. We would definitely be friends. He was a young Marine when I was in the bodybuilding magazines. I was a young bodybuilder, and so we're about the same age, and those were the good old days. And anyways, he was the one that I spoke with, the first person that I had spoken with for many, many years. And he would lose me in the middle of my sentences. I couldn't finish a sentence. My mind was very fragmented. But he was the one that coaxed me to making videos. And I started to do it January 1st, 3 years ago. Well, next month is going to be, 3 years. And I'm done now. I'm done now. I want to thank Scott for coaxing me into it, and also for letting me take his phrase, stay in the fight, because that comes from him, stay in the fight. And that's what we've done on this channel. We've stayed in the fight. I've had people help me through lots of things. There was, Aldo in Christ Only. He donated twice to me, maybe 3 times, a very generous amount. Deb Anda, she sent me a bunch of clothes after the infestation of mice when I wasn't here. A lot of things, people have sent me cards and presents. Rosalind kept me well dressed in nice t-shirts. And, Pia helped me with my hair. The ladies on this channel have helped me with cutting my own hair and, just doing it. Just moving along, singing a song a day after day. And I hope that I'm not missing anybody, but you're all so special to me. I have decided that I am going to, just make little clips of my training. That's what I'm doing. Today's 9 months I've been training. They took me away from bodybuilding. Basically, they took me away from my life. They clipped my wings and put me in a cage. And I came out of that finally 9 months ago when I started to train again. And I have some aspirations and some goals. And I need to close this book. I feel like I have left quite a legacy for people. I'm not going to just shut down my channel. I am still going to let it run because there's a lot of good messages and readings and a lot of good videos that are strictly gang stalking. I've buried my dogs. You guys have walked me through stuff like that. I have pulled those videos because it's a gang stalking channel. I have a couple of product videos, and I actually have a couple more products that I want to present before Christmas, so that I have the videos for my website. But I just want to thank everybody for helping me. If it wasn't for this channel, I would not be where I am today, training again and having hopes and aspirations of some kind of a future other than being, clipped in a cage, all right, where nobody talks to me. There's absolutely no emotional satisfaction. Everything is digital. Everything is silence. And it's just, something's got to give. So I want to put my energies elsewhere. I'll put my link underneath of the my other channel, just in case you're interested or you want to, watch me, do things that are against all odds. Because that's what it is. That's what it's about. Yeah, I think I covered everything. I thought, well, I'm going to make a bunch of videos and I'm going to show how this was all white-collar crime here and how many files I have in my filing cabinet that, after my dad died, they bombarded me. They buried me in legal paperwork. And there was nothing legal about anything. My dad left me what he left me, and that was it. Everything was paid in full, and there were no debts or anything. And, when you're dealing with particular certain secret societies, listen, if you're harassed with a lot of law enforcement, where there's a lot of cops, there's a lot of legalities, they bury you in court procedures, that's Freemason stuff, okay? That's what that is. Forget about it. Sit in the cage with your wings clipped. Because there's no winning that. There's no winning that. If somebody goes to that specific secret society as a revenge stalking thing on you, okay, their soldiers are cops. Their soldiers are police officers and county sheriffs. Okay, so that's that. And they wanted me to know that. They made that real clear to me maybe about 5 years ago, and then it got more and more clear to me because they were bringing people into my life that would be phone friends, TI phone friends. One guy was a phone friend for 3 years, and that's all he talked about was the Freemasons. And the message is very clear. I got the message who this is, okay. I thought that I'd make a video about all that, and then I thought I'd make a video about how I really live because, the back door, I wanted a specific back door, and the workers, while I was making them some Italian sausage sandwiches, they were pulling all the caulk out of my door. And so now I have two big thermal drapes that come down, and I got to tuck everything in. This is all day long, by the way. Okay, this is all day long because I've got the doggy door. And then I had to take a rug, and I got the drapes about 8 inches longer than the floor. Okay, so that I can take the rug then and pull it up over there and keep all the wind from blowing through my house. Yeah, they took something that was a precious thing from my dad and they turned it to shit. That's what they did. Because that's what they do. That's what they do. In my book somewhere, and I'm not sure which month it is, but there's a picture of my two dogs, and they're on top of 4 dump trucks full of Georgia red clay. They dumped that in my backyard, and also 4 or 3 dump trucks of crush and run up underneath my carport so that the sausage factory could keep an eye on me. So when I was coming and going, and you know, all the thievery and just you know, all of it. I have been monitored like crazy here. And it's funny, oddly enough, December 1st reading is about that sort of thing. But I just, you know, I need to turn off the light before I read this because the ring shows in my glasses. So, and I thought, well, you know what, maybe I don't, you know, maybe I could just tell you guys about some of the things that I have never talked about. But I don't want to stay on here, you know, for another year telling you all the boo-hoos and the things that they've done to me. All of our stories are very similar. My last 3 videos have pretty much, you know, hit the nail on the head. I decided because I have more people now that are not in just from our community watching my videos, I want them to know what I've gone through here, what they've done to me here. Nobody knows everything, you know, but if you're interested, get the book. I'm going to let the book sell. Okay, there's a bookstore, I'm presuming it's a bookstore, that bought 18 copies a couple months ago in Italy. Italy has been something, a place that I have been thinking that maybe I could go to someday, you know, just when the dogs are gone and you know, I'm able to you know, leave because I'm very single, you know what I'm saying? Besides my mom. That's it, you know, and I thought of going to Italy, and here, you know, gang stalking is everywhere in the world because it's spiritual. So, but anyways, the book will keep on giving. I got an email last week from a very nice person that asked me to be a part of their team of, you know, to be an advocate, you know, and to be a part of their team. I have been asked this along the way. I feel very confident that I have done my bit. I am not ashamed at all to bow out and say thank you, but no thank you. I've given a lot to helping others, and my book is one of the things that will keep on giving. It makes a great Christmas gift. It makes a great gift for yourself. This way you always have it. And I just wanted to thank you guys all and tell you that I'm not the same person that I was 3 years ago when I started this channel. And yes, I have been beat the hell up here too. I do want to say one thing that I want to apologize for that was part of being perped. I made a video about a woman whose barn burnt down with the horses in it. And I made people cry all over the world. And I cried, and I had a lot of people praying. And I'm 99.4% sure that that was bogus. And I couldn't sit right retiring from my channel knowing that and not sharing it with you. I very much apologize. I have been perped a lot through this channel, and I have also been befriended through this channel, and I just, you know, want to thank you all, that's all. And let me read December 1st. I'm going to turn off this bright light. make it a little bit more subtle. Okay. All right. To overcome the anguish of being constantly watched and listened to, we must have a conscious contact with God. That's a given. The enemy wants our mind and will go to any length to cause us a mental and emotional breakdown. And I just want to add in here that, when they can't get your mind, they'll go after your faith. Okay? Naturally, with all sorts of head games always being played on us, we become accustomed to living in our head, where we meditate on the evil things that are either being done to us or that have been done to us. And we get stuck there in those thoughts. See, that's part of the program, okay? The abuse and the trauma, and then they leave you, okay? They clip your wings, they put you in a cage, and then they watch you. And you have to live with all that in your head. You can't go for help. The therapists are in on it, because you see, when someone with a badge says to open up your cell phone and make sure you're charging it in the office when she comes in, or make sure you ask her these questions. These are yes or no questions. Ask her these questions. They're listening, and then whatever you said yes to, they'll harass you with it. It seems really big when you're unaware of how they do it. But like Thor says in Iron Man. Oh, not Iron Man. What's the name? The Avengers. The Avengers. Thor is there, and he's listening to the people from the earth fighting and complaining, and he says, you people are so petty and tiny. So, anyways, that I had to refer to that because that's what it reminds me of. Okay. We stay in our heads and we meditate on the things that they're either doing to us or what they have already done to us. Okay, we keep reliving it and reliving it. This is not good, since we tend to bring into our life those things that we focus on most. The meddling forces and constant surveillance by our creepy neighbors, community, border on the practice of voyeurism. So don't forget, you got some real sickos too that fit under that category of voyeurism. And they get to do it legally because it's part of the underground crime. And they get away with it. And they become very dangerous people because they're feeding their addiction. And after a while, it stops working and they have to keep upping it. Okay, their ability to watch us through a closed circuit system allows the community to view us in real time. I shut the breakers off. Not only were they extremely high, off the chart, in the extreme zone on my EMF meter, but I was really sick. I started to get well, and my prayers for vitality started to become answered when I shut those breakers off. Living our everyday life while knowing that people are violating our privacy is enough to push us over the edge. The Lord knew these days would come, the perilous end times, when Satan and his minions get nervous. He not only warns us in the Bible, but he gives us the tools that we need to survive. Satanists will always try to destroy us, so we cannot fulfill our assignment. Distraction. The secret place of the Most High is our refuge. Okay? Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. They don't get to go to the secret place. They don't know anything about the secret place. So, that is our refuge. We find shelter under his wings because we are special warriors. Today's affirmation or prayer is, Lord, here am I. Build me as thou wilt. Release me of the bondage of self, so that I may better do thy will. Amen. Anyways, I don't know if I'm going to be making any more videos. I have a couple products I want to show you. But right now I'm just doing what I'm doing. And I want to thank you all very much. I love you. God bless you. And stay in the fight. Thank you.